Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Core Line Skel-Knight figure and doing a little bit of a comparison here because I actually also have the variant. Alright, let's dive in and take a closer look. Alright, taking a look at the packaging, we have that same classic artwork on the front here, excellent view of the figure and the included accessory. On the back, part of the set with Mechanic and Skeletor here. Alright, let's get it open and take a closer look. Alright, moving on to articulation here. For the head, you got a full 360-degree swivel on there. Can't really tilt the head up much at all. Can look down that far. Moving on to the arm, you do get about 90 degrees there. Full swivel, except you do kind of hit the armor here, and it looked like it was removable there, but that seems to be glued in there. So that is going to limit the articulation a little bit. Now on the arm, the elbow, you do have full swivel. There we go, 90 degrees. Looking at the wrist, the armor gets a little bit in the way there. Full swivel. For the torso, you do have the 360-degree rotation there at the waist. Now this I thought would be a little more flexible, or at least cut here or maybe here so that you could actually maneuver the figure a bit better. In some of the promotional images they actually do have it cut right there, so I wonder if that's a future variant coming out. But the good news is you can remove this. It looks great, but with it off of there you do get a lot better articulation. So this comes up that far, backward kick to there, out to the side. No, there's kind of a little bit of a swivel in there, okay. Now for the knee, full swivel. Hey, that's about 90, right on, and as usual, nothing in the ankle. Alright, with that, let's go ahead and take a look at, well, actually, you know what, let's give him a rating real quick. So I think, just kind of continuing with the same standard articulation we're seeing in this line, I would give him probably a lower rating, maybe like an 8 if this, or maybe even less if this was stuck on there, but because you can remove this, and then you get that full articulation here, I'm going to give him a solid 9 out of 10. Moving on to paint, you do get this kind of bone wash for the skull plate there. Nothing on the helmet. You do get a little bit right here on the shoulder and kind of the rib cage. Just a little bit of a sort of wash over here, okay. Nothing on the skirt and then the boots. So this is painted on. These are painted. Wow, sorry about the camera there. I think it's because we have this set up in the background, but I kind of wanted to show off a little bit because I am going to be doing some army building here. It's a perfect figure for it, and we'll get into that maybe a bit later. But for the paint application, while limited, it's relatively clean. This up close does not look that great. at this price point, that's probably what you could expect. I'll give them a 7 out of 10 for paint, right? And moving on to accessories. So we do get this here, and I guess I would consider the skirt to also be an accessory since it is removable. Pretty cool sculpt. I didn't get that close of a look in the movie, so I'm not sure how accurate it is, but it does look like there's some good detail on it. Okay, it goes into the hand pretty easy. That's good. And then he does have two sort of open grippy hands, so you could do either. Something I was thinking about doing is grabbing a sword from one of the others, so we could have some dual wield action here. Be kind of cool. Overall, for accessories, a removable armor piece goes a long way for me, and I am a fan of swords, so I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Alright, let's get him back on the stand for the final review. Alright, back on the stand. So, after taking a quick look at articulation here, minimal paint application and a bit of a wash here and there, and just the included removable skirt and sword, altogether I may be a little biased because I'm a huge fan of army building, of knights, swords. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, and I can't deny it's a lot of fun, whether it was planned or not, that there is the variation here that we'll take a look at and compare in just a second. I'm hoping that maybe more come out. It's just such a fun figure. I just maybe would like a little bit of variation, so either swappable heads, different color armor, although I gotta be honest, I don't recall there being other colors in the movie, but I don't really think I got that great of a look of anybody. It just seems like everything was just so dynamic, everything was in motion. You couldn't really look at any one thing for too long because there was so much going on. Great movie if you haven't seen it. Alright, let's take a quick look at the comparison here. Alright, so next up I wanted to just take a quick look at the back of the package here, because it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but I'll point it out here. There's a little bit of a difference in the color. I noticed that on the red-ish tinted one, the colors were a little more red, kind of saturated there, where you can see it's a little more muted here around these warmer tones here. And then I noticed on the bluer one it had this lot number on there, and I think there's a difference on the bottom of the boot we can take a look at here. On the very front, I thought I also spotted a difference on these guys here. Very subtle, if any difference at all there. It's mostly just their armor. So you can see it's kind of more of a warmer tone on the left, bluer gray on the right. Alright, let's get them open and compare them side by side out of the package. I think just to keep it straight and for consistency, we're going to have red on the right and the bluer one on the left here. But here is the sword, the first one we took a look at. Hello, can we focus? Alright, well, there you go. And here's the other one, come on. There we go. Don't really notice much of a difference at all in the color of the accessory. Alright, and then taking a look at the armor here, still kind of have him posed from the earlier. Just so you can get a really up close comparison of the color difference there. I'm not sure which one I prefer. I am noticing it looks like they were maybe a little more careful with the wash on these redder ones. I wonder which one came first. Alright, and then the bottom of the boots, I don't know if this helps anybody or matters at all, but they do have different lot numbers there. And they're completely different. I mean, one's bolded. Interesting. Alright, well, hopefully you guys appreciated the up-close look in comparison here. Keep an eye out. I do have some more videos coming soon. And if you guys would be interested in I don't know, taking a look at the different armors, like the Beastman removable fur coat and putting them on some of the other figures and stuff. I could take a look at doing some of that. And then there was one more thing here. On the back of the armor, it looks like they may have intended to allow you to take this off here, or maybe I'm just extremely weak and can't get it off of there. I think they fused it somehow. I don't think you can take these off. That would have been really cool to be able to remove this, put the armor on other characters. You could just cut this off, I suppose. Maybe we'll make it happen. Alright, new video coming soon.